again, friends. Welcome to another edition of Daily Dub. It is Thursday the 28th. I think it's the last day of February, unless it is a leap year. Is it a leap year? I don't know that answer. I should know that answer, but I don't know. And I am in the Philadelphia International Airport. Let's see. Sitting in the hallway. There wasn't any good place to record in the lounge, so this is not really a great place, but I wanted to get you a recording out so you can watch it today. My question today comes from Carlos, and he asked, what are some tips for new collectors, people new to the hobby, things to avoid, pitfalls, traps that toy companies set, etc. So that is what we will talk about today. And the very first thing, which I think is timely because of the Target Ninja Turtles right now, is don't fall into a hype purchase. That's a mistake. Buying things because other people are buying things, and you're in a Facebook group, or you're in Instagram, or you're in whatever, and you see people posting pictures and you want to join the post the pictures, that'll get you a whole bunch of stuff that you didn't really want, that you didn't really like. And it's timely with the Turtles right now because I would venture most people aren't looking to spend $225, $250 after tax on that set to get, for the 2-packs, 8 different Turtles characters. I mean, that is the price of a Hot Toys. That's a price that's more expensive than a really nice statue from Diamond or Code of Kia. That is potentially 5 SH Figure Arts. That's a couple Mafex, 3 Mezco. It is potentially 2 full waves of Marvel Legends. It's a lot of stuff that you would get to get those figures, but because a lot of people are buying them right now and they're popular and they used to be unobtainable, you feel like you need them. Don't buy into that hype train. If you want them, buy them. If you don't want them, don't buy them. If you think you're gonna sell them in 2 or 3 months, it's usually a losing game. And if you really calculated out how you did all that, you're going to keep losing money. So I would say don't follow the hype train, especially right now. There are so many things that cause hype that people forget about just a couple weeks later and nobody cares about anymore. Buy the things that you want to buy and that you want to collect, and not based on what you see in a group. The second thing, I would actually say limit your exposure to, a bunch of groups. Don't be in 22 different Facebook groups that all post the same basic stuff, because it's just going to make the hype train harder to avoid. Find a couple that you really like. That's going to be a loud noise. I'm sorry about that. And spend your time in those groups. There's a person that have been pushing that rolling car. There's nothing on it. No, T in the pit. So just have a few places with people that you trust. A few reviewers, things like that, so that you can have your opinion shaped by that. The third thing I would say is don't be a completionist. That's a problem I struggle with. I've gotten better at it. I have a pretty strong OCD. My house is very neat and organized. My workplace is organized. My schedule is organized. I live very in that manner, and that also makes me a completionist. And I'm trying to avoid that. I finally broke it in video games, I think on Grand Theft Auto Vice City, when maybe it was the tags you had to go around and do it, and it was just stupid. It was taking far too long. And that made life better on Breath of the Wild because I didn't feel like I had to go find all those poop beans, even though I beat all the rest of the game, because I didn't want to do that. So don't buy every Marvel Legend because you want to have every Marvel Legend. Just buy the things you want. It's always going to go back to that. Just buy the things that you want to buy. And that kind of leads me into the traps that are set by companies. And I think that's a very good one, is companies will often set the Build-A-Figure. That's a trap. It's a trap. It's a marketing ploy. It's a good marketing ploy, but it's a marketing ploy. It's how they can get you to buy characters you may not want, but more specifically, they don't care about the character. Reused bucks, parts, easy things to paint, that they can sell at a high profit margin. So every time they use that Bucky Cat mold, they're making more money than the last time. And so if they can make a Paladin, and you'll buy a Paladin, great. And if that Paladin can become an AIM soldier, great. Because every time they're making more money, more and more and more, and their margins are growing. So don't let the Build-A-Figure cause you to buy a whole wave. that is definitely a trap set by companies. I would also learn about exclusivity and the things like that. Those are also marketing ploys to get you to purchase things more than once. This thing's only going to be in Walmart. This thing's only going to be in GameStop. This thing's only going to be in Target. There's a difference between store exclusives and timed exclusives. Hot Topic, for instance, gets a lot of timed Funko exclusives where they'll get the pop first, but everybody else will get it a month later. And a lot of Funko people are sticker collectors, and so if you get the Funko timed exclusive sticker and then you want the regular sticker, they're just getting you to buy the same thing over and over again. The goal of the toy company is to keep purchasing things that they've already paid for the molds, they've already paid for the tooling. The better they can do that, the more it goes. Another thing, I'm not a big fan of places where you have to pre-order and pay in full or pay a lot, half the deposit. I'm not a big fan of NRDs, honestly, because a company should be cash flow heavy enough to fund their purchase orders and should not need you to fund them ahead of time, or you give them their money for 6-8 months ahead of time before your pre-order comes in, because what you're doing is you're bankrolling. And a company needs to be better with their business management and not have to rely on bankroll like that. Part of it's just going to happen with Sideshow, with Mezco stuff. But if people are asking you to pay in full for Marvel Legends waves before they get them, there's plenty of stores that won't make you do that. That will have free pre-orders or $1 pre-orders or $5 pre-orders. Don't get in a place where you're putting $40, $50, $60 down on a pre-order, because they're using that to pay for someone else's order. And if something ever happens to that organization, you're going to be out of money. So I would say don't fall into that. Anyway, I think that's a good couple tips. I'm going to go in the Delta Lounge and have breakfast. My flight's in a couple hours. I'm here way too early at the airport. I'm looking forward to be home tonight and back home over the weekend. So tomorrow I'll talk to you from my house. Have a good day. We're almost to the weekend. Squeeze it.